Alright, heading out for day one of the World Series of Poker circuit stop at the Rio here in Las Vegas. I'm pretty excited. I feel really good considering how early it is and that I'm usually very fast asleep at this time. We're about to get down to the Rio, get registered and everything. I called and they're not going to be using the convention area that they use for the big series events in the summer. It's actually going to be in the Crown Theater. I have a vague idea where that is, so get there a couple minutes early and find it. Like I said, ready to go, feeling good, a lot of energy. Got to make sure I don't do the same thing I do at cash games, which is come in firing a little too strong in the first level or two. So I need to sit back and watch the table and then decide how to proceed from there. Pretty decent structure. I think it's 30-minute levels to start, and then it moves into 40-minute levels, and then finally moves into 50-minute levels. It's $365 buy-in, and there's like 6 starting flights or something because it's a $250,000 guarantee. So as far as the schedule goes, this is the one to win, right? Our final table would be great. So I'll see you guys in a minute at the Rio. Well guys, we're here at the Rio. I'd love to chat for a minute, but I hit some unexpected traffic, so I have to go haul ass in there and get registered for the first event. I'll try to catch up with you guys on the first tournament break or as soon as I can. Hey guys, I didn't have time to check in after break 1, but we're on break 2. I think registration closes now. I have 21,000 after 2 kind of boring, uneventful levels where I just couldn't get anything going. But it's kind of an annoying chip size, stack size right now because I'm not short stack enough. I think we're going to be going into either 300, 600 or 400, 800 when we get back, because I have too many chips to really put that pressure that I'm going to jam if I 3-bet over somebody. But I have not enough chips to give me that leeway of a big stack to where I could, I can open light and play really wide, or really bluff any 3 or 4 bets. So it's going to be pretty standard, straightforward. There is a lot of chips on the table, a couple big stacks, and it's pretty active. So if we're able to create the right situation, we can get right back in this one. But I'm okay with where I'm at right now, and we'll check in at dinner break if we're still around. Alright, they just told me there's not going to be a dinner break, so we are on break 3, and I have 33,000. I was up to 43,000. We actually won a hand with ace-queen against queens, which is super lucky. It was a situational thing where I normally wouldn't be in with that hand, but it worked out, even though I read the situation wrong. And, well, they just told me there's not going to be a dinner break, so we're going to be back in about 10 minutes. Blinds are going to be 800, 1600, so I still have that awkward stack size. It's really going to suck. I can only afford to open fold once, maybe 2 more times, so I'm looking for spots on the button against blinds, maybe a squeeze, something with a lot of fold equity. And I guess the chip average is somewhere around 50,000 right now. So get back, make a couple moves, or snap something off, and we're right back in it. Well, we just busted out of that one. We were in level 14, and there were 33 players left. It was going until there was 19 players left, or level 18. And I got crippled in a spot with ace-queen against ace-5 on an ace-king-5 flop. I was able to make a small comeback when I pick up 10s and got it in against ace-9 and held, but ultimately ended up at 1,000, 2,000 blinds. I had 24,000, so 12 big blinds, and it folded around to me in the button, so I'm going to be jamming a really wide range here. It's a 300 ante, so you've got 6,000 in the pot already, and I'll be jamming a lot of hands here. Almost any 2 cards, but preferably something playable. And so when I look down at King 9 of hearts, that's definitely in my jam range there, and I put it in and get snapped off by the small blind, and she has pocket aces, and I can't improve. So we're out of event 1, flight 1. We'll be back on Sunday for another flight of this one, and probably will play a little more aggressive. I've been out of the live tournaments for a long time here, so I played pretty safe and cautious today, and I'll probably feel comfortable enough to open it up a little bit on Sunday. Man, I forgot how much it sucks to bust out of live tournaments. It's like I could dust off 4 or 5 buy-ins in the cash game. I'd be frustrated, it would suck, but it's not actually painful. But you bust out late in a tournament, and it's just, ugh. The tournaments are a really funny thing. I get really emotionally invested in them, whether it's $80 or $10,000, and I've played the whole spectrum in between, and every single one of them, it's really painful when I bust out. I've never quite figured that out. You'd think it would just, you would think it would wear off, but it just doesn't. And of course, to twist the knife a little deeper, I'm stuck in traffic on my way home and I'm starving. Yeah, this ramp hasn't moved in like at least 8 minutes, so this sucks.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been.
So we've moved maybe a mile in about 20-25 minutes, so this really blows. I'm so hungry. I'm definitely trying to eat better, but after a 7.5-hour tournament grind that you bust out of, In-N-Out Burger is pretty epic. Double combo. Instantly, life is better. Let's have some fun tomorrow and then move on to round 2. Alright guys, it's like 3:33, ran late in the gym and just got out of the shower, throw something on and haul ass down to the Rio. We're going to be jumping into the 4 o'clock flight to the 250,000 guaranteed ring event again. This is round 2 for that one. Going to be a little more aggressive, see if we can get a big bully stack going and make it happen, bag up tonight. Alright. good, positive tournament energy. I'm pumped up. I got a lot of energy. I like these 4 p.m. flights. I'm heading in there, running a little bit late. We should get to the Rio right about 4 o'clock, which means I should be registered and in the tournament by about at least maybe 10 minutes into level 1, which is okay with me. Let's go in there and just snowball the whole table and have 50K on first break. I will try to catch up with you guys on the first break. Probably should get a chance to. Hopefully I'm not knocked out on some cooler in the first 10 minutes, but it happens. I got knocked out of a Venetian 1100 last year or the year before on the very first hand I played against a Maniac. So it definitely happens. But I'll try to check back with you guys there and we'll see what's up. Hey everybody, we are on first break. We have 9,500 chips. It's been a crazy roller coaster, a lot of fun. 10 minutes ago I had 1,400 chips and I've just been making a big comeback since that. I turned a hand into a bluff in a funny spot. I had ace king of hearts under the gun, blinds 100, 200. I made it 450, folds around to the button, and this lady has about 10,000 behind. I have about 11,000 behind before the hand, maybe 11.5, and she makes it 3,500, which is super bizarre. I came here to play today, so I want to run a stack up. Normally, by default, I'm just going to jam here. She should be capped at something like overplayed 9s, 10s, jacks. Definitely capped at queens, ace king, ace queen. Who blows the hand out with aces here or kings? It just didn't make any sense to me. So usually I'm going to jam over here, but I decided to just take the flop off with the intention of open jamming virtually any flop into her, because she's gonna have about 6,500 left after the flop. And I feel like this line, we get a lot of better hands that are beating us to fold, because our flat looks a lot like queens, even as strong as aces and kings. And she folds all her ace queens, all her ace kings, all her smaller pairs on a lot of flops that don't connect for a set. And she probably folds up the jacks. And so I jam in on a 3-3 deuce, 2 diamond flop, and she's got aces, and I look like the idiot with my foot in my mouth. Like I said, normally I would have just gotten it in pre there. When I feel like she's capped with a gross over raise there, I'm usually gonna get it in pre. As felt like mixing it up this time and jamming most flops, and ran into a hand that I guess maybe I should expect there sometimes, but just doesn't seem like it plays there like that. Okay, we're gonna come back from first break with about starting stack and run it up. We busted out 2 levels into after the break. Blinds 150, 300. I got up to about 13,000, and kind of weird spot that got bloated pre-flop. I had 7-9 of hearts in the big blind. There was 1 limper, and the button opened to 750. I decided to squeeze. It's a hand that I really don't mind raising out of the big blind there over a button open. I like it a lot. I'm obviously looking to just win right there. I make it 1,500, and surprisingly they both call. The flop is Jack 9-8 with 1 heart. I check, the other player checks, and the button goes 2,200. I flat, as does the other player. The turn is the 9, and I'm first to act. I'm never folding at this point. I can get worse hands to call on a jam. I get the draws off. There's a lot of money in the pot at this point because, like I said, it got bloated pre. My 9's pretty disguised, where over pairs will still probably call, and I jam because, like I said, no other lead makes a lot of sense with the pot loaded as big as it is at that point, and I'm not planning on check folding. So I jam the mid position limper, he folds, and the button snaps me really quickly, and he has jacked, so I'm drawing virtually dead. And I'm out. I definitely went with my plan to play more aggressively today. Had a lot of fun. Obviously you second guess some things when you're out of it, but just gotta try to keep you just have to try to keep a positive attitude during these things, because even the most consistent tournament players should be expecting to brick at the least 70% or so of these tournaments they play. But it is frustrating because, like I said, I get really invested in these things. But, you know, I had a good time. I'm probably playing the rebuy 365 tomorrow, unless there's something better. So I'll either be back in action tomorrow or on Wednesday. Let's try to make something big happen in these next couple ones. I'll see you guys then.